Today, I want to talk about why fixing the old you is keeping you stuck. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Do we not know this? Let's get into this. I want to get into this video and I want to talk about this idea that we need to fix ourselves, that something's wrong versus being empowered. And that is the expanded version that we want to become. We don't want to become this person that constantly thinks that they need fixing. So here we go. Shifting from fixing to expanding. Now, the idea of fixing is that there's something wrong, there's something broken, and there's nothing wrong, there's nothing broken with any of us. And I've lived this, where you've gone through life, you think there's something wrong with you, and you're constantly fixing. And you're going through all of this stuff and the same crap all the time. And it just seems like this evolutionary journey is endless and new layers come all the time. But on the other side of it is this expansive person that's been there, that you didn't know that was there. So the idea of this fixing, it just reinforces the sense of inadequacy, the sense that you're a failure, that kind of thing. So it really, like, when we're constantly trying to fix what we think is broken, we're just nailing ourselves to the floor and we're not leaving ourselves any wiggle room at all. And what I'd like you to consider here is, instead of looking at what's wrong, which we have a tendency to do, this is how our brains work, we look at what's wrong first. Let's start looking at about what's right. What's right with you? What's right with me? What's right with your business? Let's start looking at that. Like, put a sticky note on your mirror or everywhere and say, what's right? What's right? You can shift that to expand into, I'm expanding, so I'm going to learn to trust my intuition and trust the process. There's nothing wrong with me. This gives you such clarity, because the fixing part is like almost like confusing and it's creating chaos in the mind. But when you say, hey, you know what? I'm expanding and I'm evolving. There's nothing wrong with me. It creates it lifts the clouds and our minds become clear and we have clarity. And when you get clarity, there's no stopping you. Ideas will come, inspiration comes, it's guiding you. Like, it just is a marvelous thing. So the next thing I wanted to get into is about reframing your limitations as opportunities. And I say this a lot. Diving into your challenges and your limitations is where the freaking magic lies. Like, honestly, it's where it lays. When you look at doubt and fear and resistance, it's there for a reason, yes, but you can use that to say, my next level is here. Oh boy. And you can take that and run with it and create something different with it. You don't have to get stuck there. Like, they're going to come up, those emotions that want to pull you down. They will come up, guaranteed. But you don't have to let them pull you down. And you don't need to avoid them. And the way we get through this is by growing through them rather than avoiding. Because if we get pinned to the floor, like, if you avoid these doubts and the fears and, all that stuff, it's going to pin you to the floor and you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stay stuck. And we don't want that. We want to go forward. We want to expand. So using the limitations as an invitation to the next level is what this is all about. It is saying to yourself, I embrace the imperfection and I'm going to trust the creative process. And this is part of it. When doubt shows up, then I know I'm on my next level. And I have an opportunity here, and I don't know what that is yet, but I'm going to trust that there's something here for me on the other side of that. There. The next one is know that you are already whole. It's not like you have to go looking for pieces. It's not like nothing was ever there, because if you've done any kind of evolutionary work, you are like, I know when I do this kind of stuff, when I go through the emotions or whatever that, comes up, like let's say I have doubt and I'm sitting with it, I'm like, oh, what's this all about? And I get through it, there's a layer there that I'm familiar with. I mean, yes, it's new and it's expansive, but the point I'm trying to make here is it's already there. It was just buried underneath this stuff. So you're already whole. You are complete the way you are. It's just the confused mind, the chaos, or the doubt and the confusion that's got you thinking that there's something going on here, that there's something wrong with you, and it is not the truth. There's absolutely nothing to fix. And what if that belief that you have to fix yourself is the problem itself? Like, what about that? What about that belief, that thinking that there's something wrong with us? Like, question your own mind, question what runs through, and uncover the truth. I find that when I encounter like a made up story that's in my head, and I sit with it for a while, it'll run and run and run and run. And I just follow the trail of it and let it go on all the way down to the bitter end when it can't come up with any more BS. And I get to the truth of it and go, oh, but most people, they just kind of, whatever, they just ignore, or they're not even aware of their own thoughts. So you're either ignoring your thoughts and you don't follow it all the way down, or you're just letting them run amok. So the journey with this wholeness is the important piece. I already touched on this. It's the journey and the embodiment of what's already there when you take all this stuff out of there, like that isn't yours in the first place. It's like sweeping the floor and just getting rid of the stuff that you've been carrying around for so long that doesn't even belong to you. It just has fallen off of you, and now there's this version. And if you have an idea of your expanded version and how you want to feel and be with your clients, in your business, in your home, with your relationships, then you can live into that being and who you want to be. And if anything comes up, you could just say, no, that was something I used to do. I'm not doing that anymore. So we're uncovering what's already here. There isn't anything wrong. There's nothing broken within you. And the challenges and I always call them like initiations, because being self-employed or like an online entrepreneur is an initiation in itself. And there is gold in there. There is so much wisdom when you get through all of this initiation. And anybody who's ever faced the challenge of getting online, earning a living, knows that initially, or even some parts, like when initially, yes, there could be a challenge, because you're going through the weeds and you're trying to figure out who you're talking to, all that stuff. Then when you get that down and you're making money, then all of a sudden you get to the next level and all these doubts and everything comes in and these creepy things come in, or they creep in, I should say. And that initiation is, I want to say, it almost feels like it's a test to see if you really are that committed to yourself, to go all in and be the person that you've been, like, knowing that what you can be, that you visualize how you want to feel. And I've went and done it again, and I forgot my name again. This is like becoming a habit. I'm Heather, for those who don't know me, and I'm here to talk about and help you see your own power, bring it in, live it, and live the potential that lives in your belly. Let's just leave it at that. So just remember, there isn't anything wrong with you. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. All the outside influences have no business in your space. You are already complete. You are already whole. You get intuitive guidance, for sure. It might be just a little drop, but you can change that. You can, instead of a little drop of intuitive guidance, you could get like a river flowing through you. It's just all perception, because it's already there. It's already there. You just may not see it right now. So that's another way you can look at it, is you just can't see it right now. And that's okay. It's part of the journey and the embodiment of who you are as a whole being. We just haven't discovered it yet. So that's the best part. It's like a big magical adventurous journey where you're like the mermaid going to the bottom of the ocean and then pulling up all these beautiful nuggets. And those beautiful nuggets are you. It's not coming from anybody else. It's you. That's the cool thing. It's all you, every bit of it. So what you're perceiving about yourself in the potential aspect is you. Those are your nuggets. You just have to go find them. Yeah, I'm kind of getting excited about this one. It's so exciting because it's sitting like right there. Yeah, I could seriously talk about this all day, and now I'm starting to stammer, so I'm going to end it here. And I just wanted to thank you again for tuning in, to all my subscribers, my new ones, the ones that have been here. I'm just having the time of my life. If you have any questions, or if you have anything you want me to talk about, stick them in the comment box. I'd love to hear it. So thank you so much.